It has been 18 months since the city of Madison first announced plans to build a permanent men's shelter on the city's east side.
And tonight, the city and architects hired for the project shared how things are coming along and the building's design. Armand Rahman back from tonight's public meeting, and he shares what he learned. Armand?
Yeah, guys, the site of the permanent men's shelter is right here at 1902 Bartolon Drive. It's a little more than 2 miles away from the temporary shelter on Zaire Road near East Town Mall. Now, when the shelter on Bartolon opens, project leaders say it'll have a feel and function unlike any in the city before.
That means that the consciousness is rising about the problem of homelessness.
That's what Al Watson thought when he heard about the updated designs for the permanent men's shelter off Stoughton Road. He experienced homelessness for 6 years.
This transition has been tough for the homeless men.
Gary Linsmeyer wanted to make sure people could get in smoothly and get the proper services. He lives on the east side near the current shelter on Zaire Road.
We see many of them camping along the roads in our area off of Thompson, and that's just not good for them, and it's not good for the residents in the area.
The facility is planned to have daytime space, computers, and resources to connect people to housing and other support.
Accommodations for intake, so people aren't being asked to queue up outside, get them in out of the elements.
Watson says that's crucial to get people the help they need.
The majority of my time was spent traveling from one side of the city to the next side of the city to get food, to get shelter, to get resources. That leaves little time for getting a job.
The shelter is planned to fit 250 people. Rather than group all the guests into one big room overnight, there will be individual dorm spaces with 50 beds each. Project leaders say that came straight from the feedback of men who had to use temporary shelters.
To try to get these spaces a little bit smaller, a little bit calmer, a little bit quieter, a little bit more manageable, and enhance the sense of safety and security.
The schematic designs also incorporate feedback from neighbors on how they wanted the building to look from the outside.
We've really tried very hard to get away from the institutional feel and something a little bit warmer, a little bit more welcoming. If it works well for the guests, it's going to work better for the neighborhood.
Now, the budget for the men's shelter went up to about $23 million to accommodate that daytime space and a backup generator. If you want to hear more about the plans, there is another public meeting tomorrow at the East Madison Community Center.